yesterday, very comfortable with our approach, which is we are moving ahead with NAFTA ratification. Second reading began this week. I gave a speech in the House, moving things forward. So we're moving ahead. I think we're on the right track. And I think it is absolutely the right approach for Canada to intend to move in tandem with our partners, especially with the U.S. The conversations we had, really detailed ones today and yesterday, are really helpful in that effort. And that is another reason why it's going to be so valuable for the Prime Minister to be here next week to continue those conversations.
One more back, and then we're going to
Do you anticipate that Canada will pass it before the Canadian Senate goes out for the summer?
Our plan is, as we have said, we have begun our legislative process. We've actually taken now a number of steps and we've had some votes. I am very pleased that we have had strong support, not only from our government, but from the opposition in support of this legislation. To me, that shows that this really is a good deal, a win-win-win. And our plan is to move forward in tandem with the U.S. We think of it as a kind of Goldilocks approach, not too hot, not too cold. We're not going to go too fast. We're not going to go too slow. It does mean we are going to be spending a lot of time talking with our American counterparts to get that pacing right. And I do want to say our excellent ambassador is here, David McNaughton. The embassy is working extremely hard on this issue and spending a lot of time on the Hill, meeting with Democrats, with Republicans, both to help people understand here how the Canadian legislative process works, and also to get a better understanding of where the U.S. is and where individual members of Congress, senators are.
So then you would expect them to adjourn before they actually vote on this, and then to be recalled back to vote if the U.S. moves forward?
So I didn't say that quite intentionally. Our plan is, as I have said, we're moving ahead with NAFTA ratification. Our government, and for American colleagues, let me remind you, we have a majority in Parliament, has a clear and very confident intention to move ahead with NAFTA ratification. This is a good deal for Canada, and we will get it done. We will get it ratified. Our intention, insofar as possible, is to move in tandem with the U.S. legislative process. That obviously is not something that we can control, but we're working hard to have a very good, robust conversation with our American colleagues, first and foremost Ambassador Lighthizer, who's in charge here, but also to develop a sort of nuanced understanding of the positions of people on the Hill.
Have you gotten any reassurances from your U.S. counterparts or U.S. lawmakers that it will be possible to move forward with USMCA ratification in tandem before the federal elections are called? And if that can't happen, would Canada consider moving forward with ratification before the U.S.?
So I'm going to, that question about the pace and timing in the U.S., I'm afraid, is a question for my American counterparts, and I'll leave it to them to speak to their own domestic ratification process.
Just given that China isn't taking meetings with senior people in the Canadian government, how can you reopen those lines of communication?
Well, let me emphasize there is definitely clear communication on a number of different levels. Our diplomats in China meet with Chinese authorities. My officials in Canada meet with Chinese diplomats in Canada. We've also had a lot of conversations between different Canadian political leaders. My parliamentary secretary, Rob Oliphant, was recently in China and had some good meetings and communicated the Chinese position clearly. So I want people to understand that there is, of course, I would say actually a very energetic conversation happening. I think we all know each other's positions, and we continue to speak about those positions. And I do also want to say, these arbitrary detentions of Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor are a grave concern to Canada, and that has made our relations with China today difficult. Having said that, this is a relationship which is deep. It is a relationship of long standing. It is a relationship on many different levels, touching many Canadians, many Chinese people. So, I also have confidence that the relationship will endure. Okay, I have a plane to catch. Thank you very much.
La question de l'extradition de ne pas le respecter pour le Canada. Je peux revenir juste brièvement là-dessus en français.
OK. Alors, concernant le processus d'extradition et l'approche de notre gouvernement, je veux souligner que le Canada est un pays des règles et du droit. Le Canada est un pays qui est fidèle aux ses accords internationaux, incluant les accords concernant l'extradition. Le processus d'extradition ne doit pas être politisé. Ce n'est pas un processus politique, c'est un processus judiciaire, c'est un processus légal. Et dans ce cas, notre gouvernement n'a pas politisé ce processus. Les décisions qui étaient prises au niveau des fonctionnaires pour être fidèles à notre système des règles et des droits. Aujourd'hui, le cas de Madame Meng est avant les cours. Maintenant, c'est entré dans le processus judiciaire. Et c'est très important pour nous, les politiciens, d'avoir du respect pour l'indépendance de nos cours. Et je veux aussi dire que les cours, les juges canadiens sont excellents, ils sont impartiels. Tout le monde, tous les Canadiens, mais aussi tout le monde peut avoir beaucoup de confiance dans notre système. Et au bout de ligne, je veux ajouter que quand nous faisons des décisions, nous devons toujours penser des précédents que nous pouvons créer. Je pense que ça peut être très dangereux pour le Canada comme un pays, mais aussi pour tous nous les Canadiens, de créer un précédent dans lequel le Canada a changé ses actions politiques dans un cas d'extradition à cause de pression. Je pense qu'un précédent de ce genre peut mettre en danger tous les Canadiens en étranger. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.